iPhone SE versus iPhone 11 speed test coming up. Let's go. So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to the iPhone SE versus the iPhone 11 speed test. Now, a lot of you have been asking for this comparison, and if you're wondering why I'm so enthusiastic, it's because I just had some bananas. Let's go ahead and go bananas here on the boot up test. 3, 2, 1, and see which one can get there first. Now, we are talking about an Apple A9 CPU over here in the iPhone SE, and we're talking about an Apple A13 Bionic chipset over here on the right, 4 GB of RAM on the right, 2 GB of RAM on the left. Now, iPhone SE is rumored to be updated in 2020 to maybe a iPhone 8 style design, and for some reason the SE boots up first over the 11, as did the iPhone 7. Maybe the older phones are just booting up first, but that doesn't mean it's a faster phone. Let's get on to the next test. Okay, so we're looking at Touch ID versus Face ID. We really can't compare them in terms of speed, but you can see that Touch ID is a little faster here for SE on iOS 13.1.2 or just the 13 version in general. Now over here for Face ID, you just look at it and swipe in, also very fast, does get improved with iPhone 11. So not a big difference in terms of speed. It's more down to, do you like, the convenience of Touch ID, pulling out of your pocket, not even have to look at it? Or do you like the security improvements of Face ID and maybe the convenience of maybe if you get your fingers greasy or something, you don't have to touch the Touch ID button to open Face ID for the 11. But in terms of speed, not a big difference. Touch ID actually feels faster here in 13.1. And don't take that as I'm saying it's better, because I don't think it's better. I just think it's down to personal preference. However, Touch ID does feel kind of dated at this point compared to all the facial recognition biometrics that's going on in the marketplace these days. Okay, guys, so confirming that software, 13.1.2 for SE, 13.1.2 for iPhone 11. They are equal, both on the current official versions. We're already ahead of this in some betas, but right now 13.1.2 on this test. Okay, guys, so we're here at the application portion of this speed test. Everything closed out for iPhone 11, everything closed out for iPhone SE, both connect to the same Wi-Fi network. Let's see which one is quicker. Let's go into clock, and you could see pretty close. I think I seen the iPhone 11. I might be wrong. Let's go into calculator. You could see the gesture just looks a little smoother, maybe a little quicker on the iPhone 11. Let's go into settings, and that one might have been the SE actually. Let me know down below. Let's go into App Store. That one was the iPhone 11. Let's go into Amazon. And you can see that looked like the iPhone 11 very, very slightly. Let's go into Pandora. And you can see Pandora first there for iPhone 11. Let's go into Snapchat, 3, 2, 1. You can see Snapchat there for the iPhone 11. Let's go into Instagram. You can see Instagram there first for iPhone 11. Once in, not a big difference in performance. So that's pretty good. Let's go home and let's go into YouTube, 3, 2, 1. You can see YouTube first there for iPhone 11 and a much more enjoyable screen size for watching YouTube videos. Let's go into eBay, and you can see eBay is first there for iPhone 11. Got a little pop-up, but it was there first for iPhone 11. Let's go into Best Buy, and you can see Best Buy first there on the, wait, that was pretty close. Let me know down below which one won that one. Let's go into Temple Run, 3, 2, 1. And let's see how they do in the games here now. So iPhone 11 ahead here for sure over the iPhone SE. So even in casual games, we get the win so far on iPhone 11. Next game, 3, 2, 1. And you can see which one loads us up first, easily to the iPhone 11. So iPhone 11 showing that it's a significantly faster phone so far. Let's go into the next game, 3, 2, 1. Especially when it counts, when you get into these games and things that actually require the power of the phone, then you're seeing the iPhone 11 take the SE down. And you've seen right there once again. And it only gets better in gaming because the battery life is so much better than the SE that in gaming, you could actually enjoy your games without watching your battery deplete by the seconds. Let's go into Call of Duty. And if you haven't downloaded Call of Duty, what are you doing? 3, 2, 1. And let's see what happens here. So looks like the iPhone 11 is ahead. And maybe over here, SE coming along. Still loading up here, but looks like the iPhone 11 is in the lead. And yes, the iPhone 11 way in the lead. So you're seeing a lot more power and performance here. And this could be the difference between, in Call of Duty, what happens when you don't have the most powerful performance or you get lagged up? You know what happens. You get, yeah. You know what happens. We don't need to go there. So iPhone 11 for the win here. Now, when actually in gaming performance, because this game is so very well optimized, it's going to run good on both. But again, more screen space, more enjoyable experience, even smoother here for iPhone 11, which is a good thing. So I'm calling this win to the iPhone 11 in the single round of applications. Hey guys, so we're going to run through these applications to see if we get any pauses or delays for this 2 GB of RAM for SE. Pretty good so far. Looks like a slight reload there, maybe on Subway Surfers, Best Buy, and you can see the navigation of hitting this button is just so slow by comparison to gestures. It just doesn't look as smooth. And so far, doing very well. So the optimization on iOS 13 for even older devices are very impressive. You see the SE doing just fine. And I think that because this phone did so well for so long is why a lot of people want to see an update to that phone. Let's go into the game here, and we shouldn't have any issues for iPhone 11, and so far no issues there. Now let's go into Best Buy, maybe a slight reload there. And keep in mind too, this phone is very new, so some things are probably not perfectly optimized for iPhone 11, but you can see them gesture just butter right there for iPhone 11. And that's one of the main reasons why people maybe consider an iPhone, is because of how smooth the phone is. But overall, not a big disparity between both of them. Since you're probably going to be in one app at a time, I don't think it's a big deal, but still the iPhone 11 feels smoother when navigating through multitasking. So we've arrived at the video rendering portion of this video. Before importing this footage, the photo gallery where I was getting the footage out of to import the media to iMovie on the SE was performing very choppy, and not to make the phone sound bad, but it was pretty nasty looking. Didn't enjoy that. But the iPhone 11 was a lot smoother. Let's go into rendering this thing out, and we're gonna hit save video. Save video here for SE. This is a 31-second clip. It's 4K. So let's go ahead and see how much faster the 11 can be over the older SE when it comes to something like this. 3, 2, 1. And we'll be back when they are done exporting. I will speed up the video. See you in a minute. Okay, so you've seen that the iPhone 11 did beat the SE, not by as substantial as a margin I thought it was gonna be, but still it did beat it in that render. And as the video clip does get longer, the iPhone 11 will show even more performance. So yes, a faster phone in the iPhone 11. Let's go ahead now and run a Geekbench 5, and I will be back when the scores are complete, and we're gonna see how they do in synthetic benchmarks compared to each other. See you in a second. Okay, so the final Geekbench scores are in for Geekbench 5. And the SE, goodbye. I mean, the single core on the iPhone 11 is more than the multi-core, so there's absolutely no comparison. Now, you might think like, well, these phones still feel fast in the real world day-to-day. Well, you've seen in this video that the iPhone 11 does feel faster and snappier in a lot of areas, and the gestures are just a huge difference. And the SE has just atrocious battery life right now on 13, 67%. When I took this phone off charge this morning, it was at like 100. Now over here for the iPhone 11, 93 after installing some apps. Doing this entire test, only 7% down, whereas the SE is down by like 33%. The battery life on the SE is atrocious. The 11 is a huge update in battery, huge screen update, better gestures. It's just an all-around update if you wanted to do that. But if you wanted to wait till 2020 to see if that SE2 is gonna launch, you might wanna wait till Q1, because Apple is rumored to bring an upgrade to this phone. But it's not likely going to be a 4-inch phone, so it kind of takes away that, niche factor of the SE. It might just be like an iPhone 8 upgrade. Anyway, if you guys found this video entertaining, informing, enjoying, do me a favor, you know what? Go bananas on that like button down there and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Nick here helping you to master your technology. Be sure to be well, and peace.